Trinitaire, célébrer le grand roi de grande lumière. Tenez-vous prêts, tenez-vous prêts, en allégresse et en grande joie. Alléluia, au jour merveilleux, Christ ressuscité, réjouissez-vous, et le pécheur frémit en ce jour. Tenez-vous prêts, Jésus vient, le voici. Tenez-vous prêts, tenez-vous prêts, en allégresse et en grande joie. Bénis-nous donc, ô ressuscité, que notre espérance ne soit pas vaine, que notre éclat vienne de ta gloire, et que nous soyons unis à toi, Père. Tenez-vous prêts, tenez-vous prêts, en allégresse et en grande
Number 2, 1 served in French. That was the first revealed song in Celestial Church of Christ, Nigeria Diocese, by that woman, Victoria Tanimo, who finally was the first prophetess in Nigeria. But up to date, nobody hear about her. Nobody knows that story. It's pitiful and damaged for our church, who has plenty intellectual, graduated people who can never pull out, search and pull out the real story of our church settlement, of our church in Nigeria. After her came Papa Ajale Kuku, who was a great accountant. When he knew Papa Oshofa, nobody know what pushed Papa Ajale Kuku in that muddy area of Makoko of then. You cannot, not Makoko of today. Makoko of then was a moody place, very dangerous and sad place, where you can meet dirty, first nasty looking people and this allié of all types. Nobody, even Papa Ajale Koko, while telling the story of his baptism in Celestial, he said many times really that he didn't know why, what pushed him to go to Bakuko on that day and go to meet Papa Oshofa there. When they were exchanging, she was looking Papa Oshofa strangely. He found that Papa Oshofa was not a normal man because of what he could notice coming out from him. So, this is the first question he asked Papa Oshofa. He said, if it is so, if Celestial Church of Christ is a big church. Like what he was seeing now. Why God couldn't bring that church in Nigeria, which was a most largest country compared to Benin, demography, riches and all, and God lead that church into Benin, a country of witchcraft, of voodoo. Papa Oshofa looked at him like this and said, it is the will of God that his church had its source in Benin, meaning supreme head of Celestial Church of Christ, Ajache, Porto Novo. And Papa Oshofa added and told Papa Ajanle Koko, if you are a Nigerian by father and mother, I am also a half Nigerian. My mother is from Imeko, Egbado, Ogun State. As soon as Papa Oshofa said this, he just jumped to catch Papa Oshofa, just to hug Papa Oshofa. That he was Nigerian like him. As soon as she hugged Papa Oshofa, an invisible mighty hand pushed him down. He fell down. He fell down. And then stood up again. He tried a second time, but he could not. Because by then, what I've just explained to French people, nobody could stand in front of Papa Oshofa and talk directly to him face to face because of the power, how God empowered him. If you want to talk to Papa Oshofa, you cannot look at him like face to face and talk to him. No, you will be knocked down by an invisible hand. So that was how Papa Ajanle Koko befriended Papa Oshofa since that time to till his death in 1997. Glory be to God on high. There were 7 in number, 7 fishermen and fisherwomen who took Celestial Church of Christ from a fisher village in Dahomey named Baji to Makoko. And the famous among them was Samuel Gogan. It was Samuel Gogan who introduced silk prayer garment in Celestial Church of Christ. But the second famous was Papa Dosu Leon, a Dosu Leon who died some years ago. And every day since that moment, Papa Ajanle Koko used to pay visit to Papa Oshofa till Papa Oshofa went back to Dahomey, his base. And every year he used to come back. Precisely in 1953, when Papa Oshofa, in 1954, in 1953, a certain man named Abiodun, son of a certain Kabiosi, was brought in that small spot where the 7 Dahomeyan fishermen were used to live in. And that man named Abiodun was a little mental. He was brought there by Papa Ajanle Koko and a certain woman named Oreofe. And when Papa Oshofa came in on that year, he laid hand on him, and immediately the man, Abiodun, was healed, spontaneously healed. And we all came to know him as Alexander Abiodun Bada. Since that day, he never went back because his people didn't want him to go back, because before he reached that place, they took him in many places too. But I have to recall you that he was working before he stayed in a brewery. He was a brewery worker. Since that moment, he used to live there on that small palm tree wood. And when came the time for fishermen to go on Makoko River to fish, they used to tell him to stay there. As if people come inside to ask for prayer, let that Abiodun man lay hand on them and say, Jehovah, Jesus Christ, Holy Michael, it's all right. God will have the final word to such visitors. It's how Abiodun, known lately as Alexander Abiodun Bada, entered straight and became the first authentic Nigerian church worker. And indeed, he was a good and strong and skilled worker, because I did like him. He was very curious. He wanted to know all, in spite of her younger age. As if Papa Jale Koko had accepted in the first time of baptism to go into that, not Papa Bada, but Papa Jale Koko today will be the first church worker of Celestial Church of Christ, Nigeria Diocese. He was there, indeed, and at any time Papa Oshofa came from Dahomey Vivant, Dahomey Republic, he was still there till they got the first visit of our Lord Jesus Christ in 1954. And all of the content of what had happened on that time is written down in the Constitution. I want to recall you that Papa Bada was a trumpet blower. After him came people like Oaje Alfred Babatunde Oaje, whose name is entirely forgotten in Nigeria Diocese. Last time, I sent people to Pastoral French Secretary to find me out his picture. Nobody in the whole Nigeria was able to find me out, to find out the picture of Baba Oaje. He was the third personality, man personality in Nigeria Diocese. If you refer to the Constitution, you will see that that very Baba Oaje Alfred Babatunde was the one Papa Oshofa of blessed memory sent to a then governor residing in Nigeria, His Excellency James Robertson, to find out the authorization of settlement of Celestial Church of Christ in Nigeria. How can, tell me people, how can you don't know anything about such a man? It is not possible. It means that people want to be known and forget a big part of the real story of our church in Nigeria. Oaje It's a name which is written down in the Constitution, plus the one of Papa Ajanle Koko and that of Papa Abada. Nobody knew who he had been, such a man. That man, that very man Papa Shofa sent to the governor, the then governor, to bring the authorization. Nobody heard of him. And I'm shocked, very shocked. And here and there you see on the internet, in the road, they will show a prayer garment with a fashion, with this. No, you see Koya seeking anyhow, dressing anyhow. No, 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 no. It is not good at all. I'm nothing but just your servant, but I'm advising you to make a comeback to the background, the real, fundamental, and authentic background of Celestial Church of Christ and ask questions. You will be answered. You have proof, and we can lead you, advise you. From that moment, if you go to internet, you will write down what is good. Look, indeed, I'm from a French country, but I have many books to show you, written down about Celestial Church of Christ. Many books. I will show them to you, written in French. And I'm sorry, for some years now, I'm asking for people to come and join me. I'm asking people to come and join me so that we have all this book translated into English. But nobody seems to do it because they used to see themselves as Ccc storytellers. It is not good at all. Your stories are based on hearsay.